Lecture 3. To get the most out of this programming tutorial, I recommend first downloading the text file with step-by-step instructions from the Resources section. Try working through the project on your own before watching the video. Hands-on practice is the best way to quickly learn a new coding language. Step 1. Set up the project. Set up a new React project using Create React App or your preferred method. Open your project in your preferred code editor. Step 2. Create the TodoList component in the SRC folder. Create a new file called todolist.js in todolist.js. Import React and useState at the top of the file. Create a functional component called TodoList. Inside the TodoList component, declare a state variable called tasks using the useState hook. Initialize it to an empty array. Render a div element containing the title of the to-do list. Step 3. Add task creation functionality. Inside the TodoList component, create an input element and a button element below the title. Add an onChange event handler to the input element to capture the user input. Store the input value in a state variable called newTask using the useState hook. Add an onClick event handler to the button element. Inside the event handler, create a new task object using the newTask value and a unique identifier. Append this task object to the tasks state array using the setTasks function. Render the list of tasks using the map function on the tasks array. Display each task as a separate div element. Step 4. Add task deletion functionality inside the Todo List component. Add a delete task function that takes a task identifier as an argument. Implement the delete task function to filter out the task with the given identifier from the tasks state array. Add a delete button for each task in the rendered list of tasks. Attach an on-click event handler to each delete button, passing the task identifier to the delete task function. When the delete button is clicked, the corresponding task should be removed from the tasks state array. Step 5. Add task completion functionality inside the Todo List component. Add a complete task function that takes a task identifier as an argument. Implement the complete task function to find the task with the given identifier in the tasks state array and toggle its completed property. Add a checkbox for each task in the rendered list of tasks. Attach an onChange event handler to each checkbox, passing the task identifier to the complete task function. When a checkbox is checked or unchecked, the corresponding task's completion status should be updated in the tasks state array. Step 6. Update the app component. Open the app digest file. Import the Todo List component at the top of the file. Render the to-do list component inside the app component. Step 7. Test the interactive to-do list application. Start the development server by running npm start or yarn start in your project's root directory. Open your web browser and visit http://localhost 3000 to see the interactive to-do list application. Enter a task in the input field and click the Add button. Verify that the task appears in the list. Click the Delete button next to a task. Verify that the task is removed from the list. Check or uncheck a checkbox next to a task. Verify that the task's completion status is toggled.